Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here for map number 2. Spirit Academy up against forZe. Spirit, of course, taking that first map in very close fashion, 16-13. But they still did get it done. They continue their unbeaten streak on Nuke as well. So that's kind of a cool storyline for them. We'll see how much longer that lasts in the time span of Tier 2. But for now, we're moving on to forZe's map pick, which we would expect them to look a little stronger here. We'll see. Spirit Academy proving they can take it to forZe. Maybe we're in for another interesting kind of story here. Zorte going to open up into the pistol.
Yeah, the big one as well is to make sure that the individuals like Donk are alive and kicking. He dropped 32 kills in the previous map, so he was absolutely on fire. Not really starting towards this round individually, but when it comes towards the rifles, that's where we need to see Donk start to really find some form. So, smoke towards CT. Softly caught with the flash as well. Tapping on the angle will just fall away himself. Trying to catch people crossing. Damage dealt, but the A site, or that B site, may I say, is completely open now.
Zontic's moving round. Looking for the first frag. Not going to happen. Gets taken down. That might just be it for this round. And in fact, it's going to be so it that they are moving to save on that Spirit Academy side. Just take what they have into the next round and try and bolster the force by forZe. Starting off very, very well, as they did on Nuke, but all the same, it's a good omen that they're able to just come into this one completely fresh and win the pistol.
Oh, yeah, exactly that. Very, very easy pistol round coming through, has to be said. I mean, forZe just not really tested it. It's a very standard B hit coming in. They take the fights, engagements, bit of utility use. That CT smoke coming over, the flash to catch the Coffins player, but all things considered, it was a very simplistic round in Spirit Academy. A real read into it. So, heading in towards the next, of course, the standard will be a force buy. We saw Spirit Academy pretty successful on the force buys as well. However, what they can bring to the table is going to be pretty rough. So, the idea so far, Double Eagle and a 5-7. Dualies in the hand of Baz as he'll opt for a lot of util and Outfrost in towards the 5-7 himself. Can they at least make it expensive? That'd be nice. They can scoop up a rifle and just make things a little bit uncomfortable. That's what we're looking for. They coming through in towards mid. Bit of damage coming through, but all things considered, not too problematic.
Could be a decent nade here from Sotfik if he gets the timing on it. Oh, he actually eats one, but trades one back. There you go. Damage onto Jerry. Crowd trying to go crazy with the Mac 10. Not going to be able to find too much. Donk, meanwhile, getting a smoke out that he can work for. Sotfik goes down through the smoke, so nice early opener coming through for that T side. They're going to rotate players across, try and do so silently. Donk has got them held at the moment with the smoke towards main. Molotov coming in, hidden towards the new box. Rings off a shot. They'll definitely know his position now. Flash comes around, but it doesn't really blind enough members. Eagle runs out of ammo and runs out of health, of course. It will be forZe with the B control once again. And another save being called by the A rotators.
Easy stuff. Just like that. They'll keep themselves close at the very least. The Deagle and the Dualies see if they can catch anyone on exits. Well, especially the Deagle that is Zontic just sticking around, see if you can make it expensive on the way out. I don't think it'll be given all too much. forZe know they've got a very clear pathway to rotate back out of in towards Banana, and yeah, they'll go for exactly that. Oh, looking around. Actually, that's why the Mac 10 will come poking and prodding. Deagle's going to be tested. Overwhelmed slightly. Will get himself one. All things to the Baz has got his head tucked over towards mini pit. Nowhere to be seen. So he'll keep them alive in towards the next. So, not the greatest start for Spirit Academy so far. They're being slightly overwhelmed. Things are going to get a little bit uncomfortable if they give up too much of kind of a gap and too much breathing room to kickstart things here. This is not what you're looking towards. They need to kickstart this campaign on towards their opponent's map base. They're on the more comfortable side on paper that are CT. They just need the rifles out, and that's when things will start looking okay.
Quad stack on the A-bomb site. Hope that something comes their way, of course, as forZe are shaping up for a little bit of a mid-hit here. Deagle comes close. But Jerry will survive, and that is often the more difficult frag to find as the first one, so able to just back off, play things safe on that forZe side of things now. They have the full control of the map. Pretty slow out mid here from that force side of things. Getting some good control, though, as they work their way out. They do have to be wary of the stack towards the pit area. I don't think they're really going to be expecting it, to be honest with you. So certainly could get dicey over there. Double for Resalt, however, as they try and get aggressive in the long hauls. Oh. Demolished. That will see him off, and now just Sophic retained. And his position, no, I think the splash of the blood might have been heard there.
I've got to say, the idea of what Spirit Academy are doing, where they have that kind of double over towards... Oh, kitty, that's messy from Shelby. Will get punished. The insta trade comes through. Zorta goes bounding through brackets. But, yeah, for me, the thing there is they're holding over towards that balcony position. The biggest thing you've got to do is just not show face, not overextend. And they do. They poke their head in towards Apps, and it gives Resort a double spray down coming in. That's what sold them down the river. That's what made that round a little bit less expensive than it actually probably should have been. Either way, Result, not a bad start for him. 6-0. Finally, a full buy out for Spirit Academy. It's going to be a double AWP setup, in fact. Softic, secondary AWPing coming through. As far as what is traditionally regarded as just a bonus buy for them. Galil, Mac 10 in play. This one, it's a case of a force can take it. That'll be monumental, but at the very least, try and make it expensive.
Smoke's coming out mid. Baz looking for an early peek. Nothing really presents itself. He's really trying to catch Shalfie here, but he goes a bit too deep, and Shalfie will take his head clean off. Yeah, Zontic's digging for the frag and will pay the ultimate price. So leaving this A bomb site very weakly defended now. Artfrost is here on the AWP, but he's got a lot of angles to watch. At the same time, we are getting aggressive in Banana on that CT side. Big fan of this. Retake some control. However, nades come round from Crad to keep them at bay. Artfrost, meanwhile, loses his teammate. Finds the first. Going to need to go large if he wants to get this round under wraps. Oh, and Shalfie's already in position to take him down. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Sophic on the secondary. Just going to move to save. It's another round for forZe.
Oh, well. Let's see. I think for Spirit Academy, things are looking pretty dire for them, especially considering they're being hunted on the way out. I don't think Sophic's going to keep hold of this AWP. So I say, he actually will find Crab, but that's a position known. And now they're surely just going to come hunting. Make sure there's nothing left to work with. The question is, of course, can he keep it alive? Poking around. Jerry. Close. Gumroll spotted. And he spams it through the woods. Softic, he should have held on the fort. And it'll cost him nothing saved. And forZe looking pretty damn formidable right now on the T side. This is a really strong start. But as we mentioned, Scriv, they started exactly this way towards new.
That is very true. That is very true. But I think they look very, very comfortable here. And surely not, you know, 2 maps in a row going to let the advantage slip away from them. So we'll see. Hopefully things stay looking this good, looking this strong for the foreseeable. They're up against another half buy coming through from Spirit Academy. A lot of pistols to speak of. And again, hoping on that Spirit side that they can start to put something on the board and keep these rounds competitive. It is pretty much a rinse and repeat from Nuke in that sense.
Let's see. Of course, the buy, as expected. Spirit Academy, limited. Softic, close and personal. Flash the angle. Another one to come through as well. It's actually smoking towards backside. Right now, nothing really being given up. Spirit Academy just not showing any face. Probably the way to do it. But there's the first kill. Crowd fan Softic.
Yeah, just about. Does cost him some HP. Swing round from Donk, unable to find anything. It's kind of a bait and switch setup here. Flash comes round for the 5-7. Tough fights. And they come away with the kills, still looking very good on the force side of things. They walked into the trap, and they will live to tell the tale. Just Baz. And I think they're aware of him being around on the site here. So it looks that way. Anyway, nice flick from Zorte to finish him off. 5 in a row now for forZe. And Spirit Academy has yet to really give us any competition. Another buy round coming in from them. This has got to be strong.
Yeah, that's it. Well, 5-0. And it is a position where things do start to get into the realms of being uncomfortable. Spirit Academy, their full buys have not been looking good. They've not been looking comfy. It does make you feel ever so slightly shaky. Let's see. Full buy right back out. AWP in play. This time just a solo AWP of Artfrost. has to start finding success. Yet to see kills on a Donk as well. That's the big one. They're missing this big injection of firepower. They've got to get Donk firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, very true. Looking a lot less comfortable on this map so far. We've got 2 players on 0 frags at the moment. Really not good signs for Spirit, so... Need a pickup and need it now, to be honest. A lot of players towards middle for the forZe side of things, as Zorte will go creeping in. Artfrost on the angle. Good for one, but traded instantly. Leaves that A bomb site slightly weak. They've got the long control that they desired so much here on the forZe side. Going to get in deep real fast. Result. Great game so far for him. Will eat a little bit of a nade. Gives the game away that there's a player on the site. All right, confirmed. Where's this rotator coming from, though? Fake. Could get the timing here. Catching with nades in hand. Will indeed get it. Finds the frag. Donk going to pick up Crad as well as they try to push in. Meanwhile, the bomb has bailed and gone towards B. Zorte not ready for Donk's reposition. And Donk is looking to get cheeky and try and find a double. Will he get away with it? Yes, he will. Shalfie comes round, knife in hand, and that's the first round secured for the Spirit Academy.
It's just a funny way to do it as well. Credit to Donk. Great trigger discipline. And of course, in doing so, now Spirit Academy finally open up the bank, finally starting to look a little bit more successful and a little bit more comfortable as well when they got the individuals online. Now we've got to see consistency out of them. Consecutive rounds on the board. It's exactly the same storyline of how Nuke started. We need to see more of the same here. So, forZe, first time they've already been tested. How will they respond?
Looks like they want to respond quickly. Jerry has gotten very aggressive. Flash comes around for him to try and do something with. But Donk is up close and personal here. Going to be overlooked. Going to be massively overlooked. Jerry's position given away. Donk trying to track him, but makes a mare out of it. Nade sees off Jerry. It does indeed. The flash comes round. Artfrost has got his boy covered. Oh my goodness, chaotic at the top end of Banana, but somehow Spirit Academy, despite the failures, despite the mishaps, have come away with the advantage.
Down to 3. Not looking good. 3 players left, and in doing so, feel uncomfortable. How do they try and rectify the situation? Looks like he's going to hit over towards B. 2 players here ready and waiting. Out of Donk. Out of Artfrost as well. It's 2 of the heavier hitters. The big thing of them is that they've just used what I think is their last smoke over towards front side. And time's starting to tick.
Sotfix on his way. So he should be very ready for this one as the smokes, well, just the one smoke actually start to come in. They've got a Molotov to deal with the dangerous positions, but Artfrost is still got some control. Result for the spin around to find 2, leaving a lot of pressure on towards Sotfix. They might know that he's towards CT as well, to be fair. Don't really know where to look, but Result going to take his head clean off into a 2 versus 2. This is all falling apart for Spirit. Result is so damn dangerous. Sontix trying to get his number here. Will rush in, but loses his life as well. Oh my goodness, Result is unstoppable here. Just Baz remaining. Trying to deny the ace away from Result. It looks like he might be able to get this frag here. He does indeed. Can he find the AWPer though? That is the big question. Zorte really has to play this one safe. Goes in for a quick peek. Sees that he's not there. Baz does not know how to approach this one. Doesn't have a lot of time to do so. And I think is, in a way, just giving it up, unfortunately. Will take the AWP out, but gives that 6th round across. forZe have recovered back at 5 versus 3.
That got really worrying. That really wasn't looking good at all. And of course, at the very least now, there is that once again pretty comfortable breathing room. They know there was a lot thrown in towards that investment for Spirit Academy. So before, they would have this expectation that there's going to be a buy, but how strong? And of course, in doing so, now we feel a little bit better. forZe, their map pick, looking a lot more conclusive, decisive than what we saw over towards Nuke, where it was shaky at times. They're not falling flat to the half-pipe. They're not getting pressured by the pistols. And this is where forZe can push us in towards the 3rd and final map. Of course, if they want to continue their winning ways in ECL, they need to.
Yeah, it would be a pretty big result for Spirit Academy if they could take this victory. It's so cool to see the Academy teams as well making it into ECL, I've got to say. We've got Big Omen Academy as well.
Yeah, those guys are great.
So it does prove that the system kind of works, you know, the path to pro.
Hey, I mean, look at the Academy teams that we've got kicking around now. Oltex from Stars Academy just got called up to the main team in replacement of Zip, of a legend. And itself. Oh, Baz, lovely double. We'll come back to that point in a little bit. Baz got to get out of dodge, and he just about will. Gets around the corner. Molotov forcing towards an engagement. He finds one more before he falls to the flames. Baz, he might have just done enough. Jerry, you know, 1 versus 2. One will be tapped. He's not going to be convinced on the blank. He has no idea where they're coming from. There's the first damage on towards the second. Oh, Frost, 15 points of HP, and Jerry might just make this doable.
I think he did. He knows he had to make a move. He had to do something aggressive. And Art Frost is so out of it, man. There's kits dropped, but he really does not have a lot of time here. Just contacting in. Jerry is only on 34 HP, but I think Art Frost might give this one away, to be honest with you. Just not fancying his chances on the low HP. And another save coming in. You can see Spirit Academy as some of the inexperience coming in. They're really loose, really lost, I think, is the word that I'm kind of looking for, to be honest with you, and struggling massively to get their heads in the game. That's 2 rounds in a row now where we've saved in 1v1s. Usually not something that you see very often.
Yeah, there's definitely a world in which, you know, I can understand the AWP potentially, but the rifles in that round prior can't be being saved, man. This is, yeah, it's not exactly a nice position to be in. Pause to come through, and you can entirely understand why they've called for this, right? This is not a strong position. Spirit Academy are looking very shaky right now, and we're calling on kind of, you know, the big shots, a little bit more of that experience over towards his team to try and, you know, just alleviate some of the pressure. I think probably, you know, Softix is the main one we're looking at, right? 28 years of age. He's been in around the main team for a while. He's had previous stints at some pretty decent teams. The previous iteration of Spirit way back in 2016. Espada, if you remember them from a long time ago. I think he was with Finnegan back then. You know, a very experienced guy. So looking on kind of Softy to try and help them out here. Right now, yeah, 6 rounds down. It's not a good position to be in.
Yeah, forZe proving again that they do, you know, have it in the back pocket, that they are one of the stronger teams at this level in this tournament. To be honest, I would say, for me, got to be the favorite to take it. That's me putting my chips in on who wins this season of ECL. So now in season 45, absolutely mental.
It's crazy,
we are that deep in, you know. Just keep them coming, man. Never ending. Always Counter-Strike going on.
Let's see. All goes a little bit quiet after the initial bit of utility. Smoke comes down as well, just to keep them at bay. And try and, I guess, buy a little bit of time, right? Try bait out some of that forZe utility. For Spirit Academy, they themselves limited in what they've got to utilize here, so need to be careful. forZe just looks so comfy, just running through the motions right now.
Utility down towards B. Do have this AWP of Art Frost to deal with. He's been one of the more standout players for the side of Spirit Academy, so we'll see on this angle. Trained in. They've put a lot of pressure onto him. Smoke comes in. It's going to keep him at bay. Sotfit gets flashed off as well. More flashes coming around. That one's actually from Art Frost to try and make a solo play, and he does get a frag, but kind of sacrifices his teammate a little to make it happen. Great find from Donk. 25 seconds. That's the rotations to get over here. They've been a little slow, but Donk keeps fragging. 20 seconds to retrieve the bomb and get it down. Zorte with the wall. Bang. Will find him, and that should be enough. But a 2-on-2. Certainly not out of the question. Slowly working their way in. I think Zontix is going to have a very tough time making it in from CT. But Baz is quickly up Banana. He's the one guy that maybe could find something here if he can hit some crazy headies. Zorte just peeking out, gathering information. Will lose his head. AK retrieved. On towards Jerry. Can't win the fight. Oh, it's so damn close. Spirit Academy will be utterly disappointed they cannot get that over the line. But forZe just continue to win rounds.
This is exactly what you want to be seeing out of them, especially when we look towards a lot of those moments over towards Nuke were very scrappy, right? Very chaotic. And actually, to be fair to them, we saw the Spirit Academy side actually manage to find and kind of thrive in that chaos a little bit. Now they can't. forZe are just walking all over them. Some good Counter-Strike being played. Very, very good Counter-Strike being played. It's exactly what you want to be seeing out of this level of a side. Getting in their face, making the youngsters uncomfortable. Well, the way things are being played right now, most likely pushing us towards our third and final map.
Early utility and banana here. No one really coming out on top. No frags as yet. Crad tries to make a play, but he fails. Whoa, just swings in for one, though. Beautiful crosshair placement to find that first frag.
Shot, messy, scrappy. It comes out in favor of forZe. Shot from forZe, looking for more as well. Flashed off the angle, gets deleted by Shelfie, and it's all down to Softic. What can he do here? You know, 1 versus 2. And the bomb not yet committed either. No real noise being made for the time being. Shelfie up close, gets dropped. And Jerry might commit back towards B, in fact. I think he will.
Yeah, let's see. Try and make this work. I think he is going to, at the very least, to find the bomb plant. Nice and open for him, you would imagine. Sotfik's going to have no idea once this bomb goes down. Not expecting it at all. We'll try and come in from the banana area and just ultimately going to come down to the battle of aim to win this one out. And Sotfik looks pretty good for that. We'll see. M4 up against the AK, of course, can make all the difference here. It's just time is working against Sotfik. Unfortunately, that bomb already halfway ticked here, so really not going to have a lot to play with. Tap onto the bomb, draw Jerry out, find the kill quickly. That's ultimately all he's got. Smoke goes down, and Jerry, that's all he needed to strike. Great little read from Jerry coming in and looking to be a very dominant first half here. Spirit Academy just cannot buy around. They have come close in the past 3 or 4 here, but just can't get those clutches.
Seriously well played there from Jerry. It has to be said. My God. Into the 1 versus 1. He knows Softic's rotated through mid, and he doubles back towards B because he knows it will give him just enough time to plant. Well played. Seriously well played. forZe an 8-round buffer. They are absolutely flying around. They're just running through the motions, and it's comfortable, clean Counter-Strike. Exactly what you want to be seeing out of this sort of level of side. forZe, they're just not really being tested all that much. Spirit cannot seem to fathom success right now. Scout for ArtFrost, a few pistols to try and make this one work. forZe knocking on the door, double digits. Baz got the ideas. Softic going for a util. He's met with Crad as he peers his head round the corner. A weird one, but he'll find a leveling frag.
Donk hidden away at New Box. He's found a lot of success from back here before. He flashed off. Crad ready for him, wins the fight. Scout is here, but it's smoked off, of course. On 6 through the smoke is an absolute menace. 3 on 3. Again, not totally out of the question for Spirit Academy as they keep these rounds close, man. Surely knocking on the door, they will eventually make their way in, but we'll see. Ready for the boost is Crad. Easy pick up onto Baz. And that might just start to seal it, to be fair. Zontic's moving around the corner, gets a flick onto Shalfie. Out of this world, brings it down to even Stevens, and maybe with the AK in tow, they can get this done. Maybe I speak too soon as Crad finds himself an ace.
Well. We'll start with Crad as well. He just had advanced, that gets ahead of the util over towards top car. And he was waiting for someone to kind of reaggress, make a bit of a mistake, and over rotations, exactly what he gets. Softic falling. Now with a 9-round buffer. I don't know how you script it, but for me, this sort of feels... It just feels done. I just can't see a world. I mean, Spirit Academy, they're getting very close to these rounds, but the inability to close them out or at least have them in their favor is now getting to the point of being extremely problematic. It's a 9-round buffer and forZe already up to double digits.
Frost. Nice find to open up. Exactly what Spirit needed, a little bit of an advantage to work with. Can he survive, though, is the big question. I don't think so. He's incredibly blind. Shalfie will even find the double. Baz with a double of his own. It's all getting crazy over here on the A bomb site. Quick push down mid. We'll see Spirit find their second round. They have capitalized on the chaos. Still, 2's not quite going to be enough for our money. They're going to need a few more than that.
Yeah, exactly that. 10-5 kind of feels like a bare necessity, to be perfectly honest. Looking across the board, and a lot of those big names are just blending into the pack. Donk at 32 kills in towards that first map of Nuke, but here he sits 8-10. Alongside a similar scoreline for forZe, who, of course, a big name, but we haven't really seen him perform today. Finally, though, forZe's economy is at least going to be on the somewhat janky side. Double AK and a double take now alongside that Mach 10. First time in a while that actually we could see Spirit Academy continue with a bit of a decent little reign here.
Still, on that forZe side, they've got the explosiveness available to them. They know how to utilize it, and they've obviously got a pocket round here as they're going to go flying out from the apartments. Baz incredibly blind, hidden away at the back end of pit. What can he get done? He can find himself a double. That's what he can get done. His teammates on the site going to fall. He will eventually go down himself. Have they done enough? 3 versus 3, but site control in this A bomb site these days is so hard to retake. They will quickly get in on that Spirit Academy side of things once again with a quick aggression down banana, well read. And that makes life a bit easier, but the post plant looks so damn solid. They've upgraded onto stronger weaponry now as well. Kits available. Orb's got a full belt of utility to utilize here. Nade goes in, minimal damage. Maybe the molly to back it up would be nice. There's not a lot of time left on this bomb now as the flash comes round to get Donk in towards the site. forZe for one, but he's traded quickly. Donk, can he find the 1 versus 1 against Crad here? Crad looks to get the drop on him and will hold that spray down, finding 11 for forZe.
My God, what a way to do it as well. And especially considering the buy too. That itself is absolutely nuts. 11-2. You see a pause coming through. But it's one of those ones where for Spirit Academy, there's nothing really saving them now. The best they can get in towards this half is 4 rounds. And it's absolutely safe to say, well, there's absolutely no chance, let's be honest. It is it's a pretty nuts position to be in. I think Spirit Academy, what a turnaround from Nuke, where they were in control and in charge, to then now just a complete shadow of their former selves.
Yeah, this is really rough to see. I think forZe, again, proving, like we say, why they should be one of the favorites here. They will be absolutely kicking themselves that they could not find it. 12-8 it was on Nuke, right? They had just broken back. It was back and forth on the 4 spies and everything, and they just broken back. And then, yeah, it's all fallen into place now. But I think maybe comes back in a bit of an unfavorable way that they perhaps could have taken this one 2-0, as it is certainly looking like. They should have the number here. It's going to be a half buy from Spirit. They won't be able to find anything off the back of this. forZe has gone deep for the AWP.
Okay.
And Donk's also gone in for the M4. So maybe it's not a half buy. It's a half buy in the sense that half the team are buying and half the team are not. But yeah, really, really weird sort of economic choice here from Spirit.
Yeah, it's a very interesting buy. Oh, and the boost already failing, so you can kind of see how things are looking on the side of shaky. And for an AWP of Spirit Academy has to find so much success in this round. You see Donk, then 4 over towards top banana, the AWP of forZe lurking over towards long. Actually, Moto as well. Moto smoke comes through and he'll be in trouble. Mach 10 getting out in front of it, trying to at the very least, running 1 in towards mini pit, jumping in towards his fate. forZe will find the trade. Already, things getting shaky as he smoked out. We said 1 Moto smoke, and forZe is obsolete, and there it is.
Yep, going to be a save angle coming in from Spirit Academy. Can't really do anything else. Other than that, it's all about damage control now and trying to soften the blow as best they can into that second half. It's already going to hurt quite a bit. Straight to the liver. You can get up from those. It's just a bit hard, isn't it? So we'll see whether or not they are out of action, or whether they can find a second win moving into half number 2 when the reset comes in. But for now, it is really looking like forZe are going to be taking us to Overpass pretty quickly. And another scary prospect, another scary map. That is sort of their second favorite map, if not their favorite at the moment. So, yeah, really, really going to be a difficult one to come out on top of. They played it quite a bit and to quite a fair bit of effectiveness at the RMR, the Bet Boom tournament that they played in before that, right? So I think Overpass is a really frightening map for forZe.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that. Very much so. 12-2, man. This is just an absolute massacre. What is happening? 10 rounds, the difference. And all looking just so shaky over to Spirit Academy. We said this was going to be, on paper, a pretty competitive map, and it's absolutely not right now. Zontic going deep. We'll find the first. In fact, Jerry to fall. forZe looking for more. Quick trade coming through from Crad. He's been pretty electric these last few rounds. AKS Resident Stone. Reso gets out in front of the molly. He'll catch him.
Oh, he's close to that double as well, you know. He is very close indeed. What is going on here? They've managed to get Shalfie in towards the site itself. He finds Baz creeping around. Nice shot from Artfrost. Going to drop the bomb as well. But forZe are all over the place like ants right now. Very hard to predict, very hard to read. Because of that, Crad could get the drop onto Artfrost from under. But Artfrost maybe heard him drop down there. Nonetheless, it's going to be left to Shalfie to recover back the 13th possible round for forZe. Certainly would be nice to have a scoreline like that, but got two very scary members to get through. Finds the first. And the Orb's not going to be too bothered about the fact that he is indeed low. He grabs the bomb. He's hightailing it out of there, and he will get the reset on B. No, he's going to go for A instead. And Artfrost is savvy to that fact, creeping in from short. Got to go quick with the USP here. Plant coming in. It's actually the 5-7. Should be an easy frag there. 4, and it is indeed. So, 12-3. Not ideal. At least they get the third, I suppose. But Spirit Academy are going to have to run things back in a big, big way into half number 2. Catch you after the break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
break up, don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on us.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Looks like this one's going to be over quick, sharp. forZe got 12-3 at the turn of the half. They pick up the pistol. This one is indeed curtains. So we'll see whether Spirit Academy can pick up some momentum here. As forZe proving when they're on a map that they're a bit more comfortable with what they can get done, to be fair. So we'll see. CT side now as well. Really going to be hard to get through if you ask me.
Let's see. T side needs to start emphatically over towards Spirit Academy. Zontix leading the charge over towards that, but he's alone right now. Just poking and prodding for info. Won't be given all too much either. Let's see what he can find. Right now, the answer's not a lot. I like this from forZe. They're just not showing face. It's the right way to play this. Don't overextend. And essentially force the T side to make mistakes.
Pretty slow start coming in. Looks to be a burst out of the apartment, but they don't have any utility for that. So just going to go flying around. There's usually a flash or two that comes in. I suppose they're trying to use the element of surprise. But look what happens. 4 kills. Just like that. Only 1 traded back. So artfrost is against the world. And I don't think he's brought the right tools for the job. He does have the Raid Boss P250, but yeah, I don't know about that one, man. Just flying out the apartments with no utility. Seems like it was maybe an on-the-fly kind of call. And see why they use the utility, because it makes it easier, right? You know, you just get those players blinded up, especially with the way they were set up. They were very, very ready for it. So, yeah, forZe get the pistol, and I think with that, the map should come.
Well, already. Now things are more or less kind of locked in stone, let's be honest. The 10-round buffer, 13-3. They've kickstarted the campaign on the CT side. Spirit Academy, I honestly think they get to a point now where they're kind of at a bit of a net loss, right? You may as well just call the map here, go in towards the third and final as a full mental reset, and just hope you can kind of turn it back around. But we'll see. On the angle as well. Jerry will find the first. Easy for him. We'll drop a smoke off the back of it. Comfortable Counter-Strike being played right now, and he knows that Jerry has all of this control for free.
Zorte mowing them down in towards middle. That will see the round off 14-3. Spirit Academy, one last Hail Mary to stay alive here on Inferno. The buy is not even going to be all that great, to be honest with you. Galil already out. artfrost does have his AWP, but it's glass cannon. Lack of utility in place. Only 2 flashes to work with. You know, super important on Inferno. They've therefore, you know, not got as much of a choice when it comes to the bomb sites. Really going to be a difficult one to get rolling.
Oh.
And I think for me, this looks to be over, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Spirit can stay alive.
Yeah, you know, it's not game over. That's the thing we're trying to say here. But it's getting mighty close. Ollie, going to come down as well to keep them at bay. They kind of know for now for Spirit Academy, they're going to have to fight to retake Banana. The big thing is that they just have such limited utility to do exactly that. Crab going to get out front. We'll find the first. Has Q off an AK as well if he wants to, and we'll do exactly that. Smoke to come down. Crad will tuck his head, and already Banana looks locked and loaded in favor of forZe.
Very quiet here on the upswing as Spirit Academy do not really know where to go. They don't have many ideas. They are just going to try and burst out towards middle here, straight into the hands of Zorte, though, as he takes the first frag. Spam as that smoke ends from Shalfie as well will land a frag. Zorte looking to cage them in. Might get caught with nade in hand. He does indeed. Flash comes around for Shalfie to work with the MP9. Meanwhile, going to catch them back turned. And that's 15-3, 12 rounds in a row now required from Spirit Academy, which, I mean, I don't care how good you are at the game. That is, I would say, now an impossible. It has happened. It has been known to happen. But you have to play perfect Counter-Strike.
Yeah. It would be miraculous. Let's not beat around the bush here. It would be something insane if they're able to do it. Oh. And looks like at the worst time, we may have lost the map. So, hoping that's not all she wrote and game over. I mean,
it might be. I think sometimes when players just leave and swap over to the next map, I think that does happen, that it resets things. So that's a small oversight. So I think that on the actual server, it may well have caught up, and it may well indeed have been the victory for forZe. But I guess we'll find out in time whether.